What up, geniuses? Today's a very special day, all right? New show alert. You're now tuned in for the record with me, Rob Markman. And it's the only talk show where we do a deep dive into music. You know, you see a lot of the other talk shows. I don't know what they be talking about, man. But today is a very special day because we have a guest, an old friend. He's a new friend, but he's an old friend. I feel like we go back, all right? And it's a special day for him, too, because his new album, Lil Boat 2, is in stores. Geniuses, please give it up for my man, Lil Yachty, Lil Boat. Hey, yeah, that's right. Come on, clap it up. Yeah, all right.
Gang.
What's good, man?
I feel good. I'm happy. I'm blessed.
Well, tell them why you happy. First of all, the album's out today. Lil Boat 2 is out today. We just found out.
Just went number one. You know what I'm saying?
Just went number one on iTunes. We just found out 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I've been happy. I was happy last night. But I'm happy now.
I feel like you always had, like...
Most of the time, you know. There's no reason to not be happy, you know. Right. Life is good this way.
Right.
You know.
Well, you're not too far removed to what you remember was like before then. We talked, we were just upstairs talking off camera about when you made your first M, man, when you made your first million. You could distinctly remember what life was like before this.
That was my first time thinking about it since it happened. But when you like made me dive into it, it just brought all the joy back.
That's you know, it's just funny too, man. I feel like I remember the first time you came into Genius, we didn't even have any real video set up. You came in, you signed onto the site, you did annotations. I remember meeting you then. And then we did IRL together where we made pizza together.
That went viral.
Super viral. Super viral. And then we did a couple verifies together. The great thing is to see you kind of like hit new steps and new milestones. So I remember when we made the pizza together, it was right before Teenage Emotions. And you were talking about being able to buy your mother a Birkin, which was her dream bag.
Yeah, that was Christmas.
Milestone. But then I turned on the album. As soon as I turned on Lil Boat 2, self-made first song. Very first line of the album was, made it out my mama crib, then I bought my mama crib.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's not a coincidence. Like, for that to be the first line to open up the album, like, talk about that, man.
You be making me think about shit differently.
That's why this for the record. That's why we different. Where's my camera? That's why we different than these other shows, you know what I'm talking about? But go ahead, man.
I mean, just like you said, man, my mom's very important to me, you know, like very important to me. I don't know. Those things matter to me, you know, so it was important that I talked about that. I never thought about it as being an opening line to my project. You know, that's a powerful opening, and to think back on it, that's crazy.
And it's cool, like, you know, because sometimes, like, you know, here at Genius, man, and we get it a lot, we might overanalyze art, you know what I'm saying? But as fans, that's kind of our job. Like, you just create and you're going off of feeling. So maybe you intend to be that deep at the time, but man, to start your album like that is just a beautiful way to start an album, whether it was intentional or not.
I've never thought of it like that until now. Just like you said, we talked about off camera, I never thought back on that till now.
That's what you little sleepy man, man. They got you.
It's a little early.
What coach got you doing, man?
I was excited, so I was up kind of late last night, just looking at reviews and responses. So I didn't get much sleep.
Does that stuff matter to you? The reviews?
I'm not going like I pay attention to it, to everything. I like criticism, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? I read all of it and I respect it all.
What's some of maybe the best criticism that you've heard about yourself or your music?
That's a good question. Honestly, I probably couldn't. I wouldn't even know. I probably wouldn't know. I've gotten great criticism from some people.
But so you're not one of those people. Like, there's some people, like, any criticism, they just write it off as hate. You're able to distinguish what's hate and what's somebody critiquing to get you better.
I take it all, man. I appreciate it. When I did my rap with Funk Flex, man, he critiqued it. He super critiqued it, but he gave me some amazing criticism.
What he's been critical of you before. Now
many times.
What was the situation now? you reached out to him. First of all, there's a Funkmaster Flex freestyle. If you don't know, there's a clip of it going viral. Yachty is rapping over the classic Still Tipping beat.
Yeah.
You know, there's about maybe 30 seconds of it going viral. I think it comes out next week.
Monday.
On Monday. But Flex has been very critical of you. A lot of, people have been critical of you, especially elder statesmen in hip hop.
Yeah.
You reached out to him to do an interview?
To interview, yes. Not to rap.
Okay.
To sit down and talk. And of course he switched it to that.
To the freestyle.
And I don't bite down from any challenge.
That's dope.
I would have felt pussy if I was like, nah, Flex, I don't want to do that. Plus, ain't nobody doing it. Ain't no new rappers, new generation. You know what I'm saying? Not from my era.
Right. The most important part, though, to this is you reached out to him.
So I was about to call him. I was telling Chris Green, let me talk to him, give me his number. And as soon as he gave me his phone to get the number, he started calling.
Wow.
And I picked it up. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was talking to Chris, but it was me. And then we talked for like 30, 40 minutes. Switched numbers, was texting. He's a really good guy, though.
Yeah, Flex is a good dude.
Man.
Has strong opinions. Has very strong opinions.
But it's because he cares.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, I think it's great that we get to this point because I think, and we're going to get into the album soon, but I think for so long there's been kind of this generational divide in hip-hop where everybody wants to talk at each other. The older cats want to talk down to the younger cats. The young cats want to dismiss the older cats, but nobody's talking with each other. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wanted to point out that you were actually even willing to get on the phone.
That's really what I be trying to do, man.
Yeah,
I'm always with Ebro trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? With Funk Flex trying to do it with Pete Rock. When me and Pete Rock were going at it, man. We bridged that. We started talking. We spoke. We was, you know what I'm saying, trying to work. Like we had bridged it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be trying to do, bro. Not even as much as like I'm not even trying to be no lyrical rapper. I know my lane.
You know who you are.
You know, I be trying to bridge certain. Because I was once that kid, like, man, fuck them older niggas, man. Like,
we know.
You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to bridge that shit. I'm not trying to make niggas work together, but I want to fuck with everybody.
Yeah, at least when you go up in the spot, you can dap each other up. You can respect it.
I want love from everywhere. Right. Love is a good feeling.
So let me ask you a question now. You 20 years old, man.
Yeah.
Is the king of the teens growing up, man?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm growing up. Niggas is getting fat and shit. Shit, hell yeah, I'm growing up. My metabolism slowed the fuck down. Look like a balloon.
What you do is eat pizza every day.
Exactly, but I used to could do that. I could do that for 19 years of my life and nothing would happen. And now I look at the mirror and I'm scared.
Is it weird to you, and no disrespect, but to me, you're still a new artist.
Yeah.
This is your second album. You've had mixtapes and you've been around for a couple years. But
this is really a mixtape.
Yeah. Okay, so Lil Boat 2 is a mixtape.
Yeah, but it's just, the way they pack things, the packaging, streaming, everything's an album, basically.
Right, who knows?
I worked it, like I made it, and I dropped it like a mixtape, going though.
But, I feel like as much of a new artist as you are, this thing is moving so quick. There's a new crop of artists coming under you.
It's 2 generations already under me. 2.
You really feel like that?
I count the generations by XXL.
Covers.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about, if Yachty is one generation, who are some of the people in the first generation under you, and then who are some of the people in the second generation under you?
Under me is XXX, Ugly Guy, that. You know what I'm saying? Ski Mask in there.
Right.
That era.
Okay.
Then you got under that Trippie Redd, NBA Youngboy, Lil Xan,
right.
Lil Skies.
So they got you feeling like a vet, because probably a lot of...
God. It's so weird how fast music is now. It's so fast. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years, it's now 20 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird as shit.
It's real. It's funny. I'm going to go back to a lyric on Self-Made, because you kind of make fun and you say, you keep asking when we're going to do a song, and I keep telling you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because people, my grill was in my pocket.
We was looking for the grill the whole time. Everybody outside going crazy looking for Yachty grill.
Okay.
The grill is in his pocket.
Yeah.
You want to put it in, or you good?
Nah, fuck it. I just said that because people ask, like right now I have like 70 requests for feature clearances. At the moment, like 70, maybe close to 80. Like, I do a lot of features. A lot of people ask for features.
How do you choose who to work with?
Coaching people, whoever they say. You know what I'm saying? Or if I personally have a relationship with you, then I got you. But Coaching P, they bring in a lot of features. Do this. Yes, sir.
A lot of young guys on the album, a lot of collaborations on the album. You and Ugly Guy got Boom. T Grizzly is on the album. NBA Youngboy. NBA Young Boat is one of my favorite joints on here. You and Lil Pump work. You and PB Rock work. You and Trippie Redd work.
Ugly, Offset, 2 Chainz,
right.
Quavo, Casey Spring, J Bands. That's the lineup. Lil Baby.
Oh yeah. Also QC fan, right?
Last but not least.
How you do choose who to work with to bring onto your album?
I work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to who I chose, it was very, very difficult, bro. We skimmed down so many songs, bro. Because I didn't want to drop 20 songs. I originally had 16. Me and Quavo did that song, Talk to Me Nice, 2 days before I turned in the album. 1 day maybe. The night before we turned in the album, mastered it. It's mastered. It's final. Me and Quavo do Talk to Me Nice. I'm like, oh, I want to add this. Oh, then it gets 17 songs. It was 16 though. And originally I had a song. Really, it was 18 at first because I had a song called Love Me Forever.
Love Me Forever's on the album, right?
Story Time. Okay. It was 2 different love songs and I had them both. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want a long album. I didn't. You know, I wanted to shrink it. So I put Storytime at the end of Love Me Forever as a bonus track. Turns out nowadays, when you stream, you can't do bonus tracks. Like, it's like illegal or some shit like that. And it was like some new shit. Like, you can't do hidden tracks and no longer when streaming. Like, you can with, like, tape, disc.
Yeah.
But in streaming, I guess because of, like, sales or something, I don't know, you can't do hidden tracks. Like, you can't put a song at the end and then not title it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. I don't know. So I had to cut it. And then that's how we are at 17. But it was hard, man. It was like 22 for a long time. I cut good songs.
And I know you were previewing a lot of stuff on social media.
Yeah.
I know at Genius now, anything that we preview, we just assumed was going to be on the album. So a lot of the fans added it.
Y'all had
y'all
track list was off, but everyone just assumed. Everyone assumed that track list was so official. It was actually not that far off. The songs y'all had, y'all named them different names.
Right.
Was that y'all or was that fans?
No, those are fans that do it. So Genius is an open source platform.
Okay.
So fans sign on and really we can't
like
stop it.
Wikipedia.
Right. So when they hear you preview something on IG, even if it's only for 60 seconds, they're transcribing those lyrics. They want to put it up because for them, that's a generation that takes music. That's the new Yachty song. It doesn't matter if it's on streaming on Spotify and Apple.
And then they gonna ask about that song forever.
But you know what you're doing when you get on that.
Well, of course, that's like the new thing. Like, that's just, man, you get up, you go on Instagram Live that's the new thing, man, because you know they're going to snatch it. You do it for them to snatch it, you know, like you want to give them just a little piece. Literally the second after you make it, you know what I'm saying? Right after you make it, ooh, this is fire. Boop.
Then you make my man Sam from the label hit me, talk about, hey man, can you take this down? I know Yachty just put this up.
Which one?
Can you take it down?
What you talking about?
Nah, just the unofficial. You know, they didn't want the confusion in the marketplace.
It was definitely off.
Who was your favorite to work with on this album?
Man, damn. My favorite to work with, it's going to be between Youngboy, Free Youngboy, and probably T Grizzly. Probably.
You and Youngboy did a back and forth.
Yeah, me and Youngboy got another record that's not out. That's so hard. I love that kid.
Are you guys recording that? Or like you in the same spot together?
Every record was recorded together.
Okay.
Crazy enough, because it's a lot of features, but every record was done together in the same room.
What about Lil Pump, man? What was it like? Lil Pump is like an enigma.
Me and Pump got so many songs together. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to do a tape. You know, me and Pump got over close to 10 songs together.
Hold on, man. See, because now you said that, and you think you just talking
past it. People know that. People know that.
Me and Pump's supposed to do a tape. Look, me, Migos, Gucci gonna do a tape. We the Glacier Boys.
Got a tape.
Man, I'm
dropping this year. Yeah. I'm dropping this year. I promise. I did one album last year. I'm dropping this year, bro. I'm here. I'm about to flood. Whether niggas like it, hate it, block it, degrade it, I'm here.
You talked about taking one of the other love songs off. Or, one thing that I notice is, and you're really dope when you do melody and you kind of do your sing-songy stuff. But this Lil Boat, it's a lot of rapping. It's a lot of aggressive.
This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried that with Teenage Emotions. I felt like, so I wanted to try something different. I never did a full project like this. You know what I'm saying? Lil Boat 1 was there, but it was everywhere. It was my introduction, so it had a bunch of different sounds and new sounds. So I just wanted to try a full rap album. That's why I cut one of the two. Usually I have 2, 3, 4 love songs. You know what I'm saying? I like singing, but it's not where I'm at. I'm not where I was at the time. You know what I'm saying?
You said the song that you and PNB Rock,
She
Ready, that you have to get. I mean, I actually hear that and I'm like, man, it sounds like it could be a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you told me a funny story again off camera about how you guys you were playing 2K in the booth while recording this?
Yeah. So me and PNB was in the studio. His homies was there, my homies were there, and we was playing 2K. So when I went in to do my verse, I was playing, so I can't remember who I was playing. I was playing somebody, and so I was playing them in the booth while doing the verse. Like I did the verse while playing 2K through the glass. It was fire. I felt like it was a flex to me.
What, did you win?
Of course.
That's awesome. All right. One of the things I noticed too about the song, and again, it may not be a something that you're thinking about, right? But a lot of songs are really short. A lot of 2 minutes, under 3 minutes, nothing too long. And I feel like that's a trend. I feel like when you look at XXX's album, there were really short songs. Pump. Tekashi 6ix9ine just dropped a tape, really short songs. Are you conscious of going in there, or the creative process? What makes these songs so short?
It's for, I can't speak on anybody but myself, but for myself, it's like, when I perform, bro, I usually only do the first verse, you know what I'm saying? In general, for hook, first verse, maybe the hook again, maybe, when I'm on stage, you know what I'm saying? Because it gets boring, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't want to, sometimes, honestly, I'd be scared to fuck it up. So I have a good verse, I'm like, I don't want to do another verse, you know what I'm saying?
So you got a good vibe going and you all right,
and
cool.
I'm just like, yo, cut it. And some of that shit be shit that's unfinished, honestly. Or I don't have time, Self-Made had one of my homies on it from 17, and I wanted my intro to just kind of be myself, and I didn't want to do a second verse, so short.
Nah, man, it makes sense, And again, when we talk about, because music is supposed to change and evolve, and
I think it has evolved. I think songs are just shorter now. Yeah. I mean, as far as this new generation, right? You think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I come from an era, and it was dope for the time where, I grew up on Wu-Tang, so it's 9 dudes in the group. So if they all got a verse, a 16, and you want to throw a hook in there somewhere, that song might be 5 minutes before it's all said and done. And it was great for the time, but it feels kind of weird to maybe have a 5 or 6 minute song.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna piss somebody off, a new kid.
Talk about Takeoff now. Quavo's on the album. Offset's on the album.
Twice.
Yeah. But Takeoff's not on the album, so it makes me feel like you guys are holding a lot of heat in the stash. What's up with this project?
I love Takeoff so much, man. Takeoff is such a genuine dude. He's so smart and so intelligent, and so future forward. But he's very hard to catch.
Yeah.
Takeoff doesn't leave the house, except for when it's time to go get the money, you know what I'm saying? So
sound like you a little bit.
In a sense, but Takeoff is the extreme version of that. He does not go anywhere. He don't drive a car. He got a driver. He pop out he's like Groundhog Day. And so we have a studio in Atlanta, QC, where we all be at. Quavo's there all the time. I'm there all the time. Offset's there all the time. Lil Baby's there all the time. And Takeoff pops up once every few months. And they live very far in Georgia, so I gotta go pull up on them so we can finish it. But we be most of the songs we've done for our tape, we'll do out somewhere. We've done a couple. We got 4 or 5 songs. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my album, I couldn't catch them. I was going through them on with Quavo, what's the song called? Oh, Talk to Me Nice, but I just didn't have time, you know. And we had an album coming, you know. Me and Takeoff have a whole project,
Right.
so I wasn't upset.
What is it going to sound like? I mean, because Takeoff, you know, people are just realizing. I think Migos fans for a long time realize. I think how nice Take. But I see him on
And
this
the thing
run
about
really
me
getting
and
his
Takeoff,
credit.
no one knows how nice he is at rapping. He's don't know how great, amazing he is as a person. Nigga's so funny. He's a good dude, man. He's so intelligent. But the album is dope, man. We got melodic songs so far, and we go back and forth a lot, trade bars, and it's dope.
All right. You know, as far as, and that's another thing that's new. When we just talk about this new generation, things changing, and you being ahead of that curve and the leader. You know, these collaboration projects, I feel like they come so more frequent. Like, you know, coming up, like you might get a Kanye and a Jay once in the blue, but over the past year,
I don't
we got
think it's that frequent, is it?
Nah,
Didn't they? I feel like did they start it or?
who? Well, Jay and R. Kelly did theirs originally. That was probably like the first time that we really seen something like that. Kanye and Jay. You know, and
I
then
thought Kanye and Jay-Z started it in general. Like I thought they started back and forth on Otis. That was the first time I ever heard it in my life.
Nah, back and forth is definitely like an old hip hop thing. But what it was is it went out of style for a lot of years. Just rappers weren't doing that. So when they brought it, it sounded, you know, new and fresh because it was like, yo, we hadn't heard
And
this.
after that, I heard it with Meek Mill and Big Sean with Burn.
Burn was crazy. That's such a crazy record.
And that's when it kind of like stuck to me. Back and forth was just dope.
Is that what inspired you? And
those two is what inspired, not necessarily us, like, yo, let's be like this, but in my eyes, that's what made me want to say to an artist, yo, let's go back and forth.
So you said that, and we're talking about, for those who don't know, like if you haven't heard Lil Boat too, something wrong with you, but NBA Youngboat.
NBA Youngboat, not necessarily that beat, when he went, because he really took the part I wanted. I really wanted that part, but that's because I hadn't heard the part I had when a beat drop. When the beat drop, like when he did that, and then I came in on a beat drop, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I don't want to mess it up. We got a serious. We was vibing and clicking. That was the first time we had got in the studio together. Then it was like, let's just keep going. Yeah. But I love doing back and forth. Because people like to think that, a lot of people think I can't stick with anybody, like on D to the A. Everyone was so surprised, you know what I'm saying? So I like to do that with different artists, just to show them I can keep, like I'm one person I really want to get still with Big Sean and go back and forth. I'm not saying I got better bars than Big Sean. Big Sean is the craziest lyrical, like one of the craziest lyricists to me, but I just want to show him, like, I can hold my own and not look crazy.
Nah, it's like what you said about the flexing. Like you don't back down for no challenge. Like, you know, and I think at the end of the day, that's what makes a dope artist. You know, we talk about hip hop, like a dope MC. Like, you know, they say M got the best of Jay-Z on Renegade when they did a record together. But you show up. You know what I'm saying? And you show out and you be the best you. So you and Sean back and forth on the record. I don't know what that would sound like, but when y'all record it, sign me up.
It's gonna happen though.
Send it to me.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I spoke to him a couple times. He's very cool. He's down. We're gonna work for sure.
What's up with this Glacier Boys project, man? Migos, Gucci, Yachty.
We went on this. This is out. I'll say. I don't know if I'm getting in trouble if I say any days. I really want to, but
it's just between me and you, man. These cameras ain't here. You can say whatever you want to say.
I'm gonna say 4 or 5 weeks. It'd be out probably. That's exclusive right there. You probably month maybe tops. Glacier Boys will be out.
Do you gotta pinch yourself to be like, damn, bro? Like I got a project coming out with Guap. I know he was an inspiration for you.
They're so genuine, and I see them so much, and they're so cool. And I could just talk to him. Like, I can literally hit Gucci at any time. He's going to pick up. He's so cool, you know what I'm saying? And that's my CEO's, like, best friend. So they treat me like, you know, like, damn like a son, you feel me? So I never felt that way, you know? I just always felt love, you know what I'm saying? Of course, when I first met him, I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? When I first met the Migos, I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? It's Migos, you know what I'm saying? But they've treated me so much like family. I could never think like it's hard to think like that because they treat me so much like family.
Man, I really self-made again, man. There was a line on there that made me laugh. Bought myself a chain, kept it short because I ain't jibs.
Ooh.
You see, he feeling himself on that,
Yeah.
genius.
So yeah, by myself, cause we wear short chains now, but chain hang low. You know what I'm saying? That was just a funny line. A lot of kids probably don't even know about that song. You know, do your chain hang low?
Jib chain
But
handle,
yeah, but it was just like a funny line. You know, kept it short because I ain't jibs.
I see you really light today with the jewelry. You out here
Yeah,
ripping and running.
yeah, but you know, it take 2 seconds for me to ice and freeze this motherfucker down. So don't play with me.
What do you think of? Did you hear about this thing with 21 saying that he's
Yeah, I
not doing jewelry
saw
no more?
that. I haven't seen him since I saw that, and to really ask him, that's just so interesting to me. But I think it's dope. You know, I think it's dope as fuck. 21's dope as fuck. You know, a lot of artists, you know, like their personalities are private. You know, like they show you stuff, but no one really knows them. Not to say I just really know 21, but I've met him and hung out with him a bunch of times. And he's a really cool person. Unlike what, you know, a lot of people might think he's rude or might think he's mean. He's funny, he chill as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 21 cool as fuck. And his whole camp, they solid. You know what I'm saying? They cool as fuck. But that's what a lot of guys like. NBA Youngboy, he's super cool. Funny as hell. You know?
He was up here a couple of weeks ago.
You were?
Yeah,
when I first met him, he had a tiger. He brought a tiger to my studio, a baby white tiger. And it was a real tiger. It was so insane. It was a tiger. And he was just there like, yeah, this is my tiger. I was like, okay. I thought he was cool. I always thought NBA Youngboy was super cool. He's super cool to me because he's so young and just so he's cool to me. You know.
One of the things just going
Everybody
back.
though 6'9".
Right.
6'9" is such a genuine dude, bro. Like, man, so genuine and he doesn't let like even though he act like he may act like he this and he all that, but he's so genuine, bro. Just not let that shit get to him, bro.
What do you do? Because I remember you had the line when we were talking when we went to go make pizza together, and you was like, "Man, I just keep a clean reputation."
Yeah.
But you're human. Obviously we see, because we're on Blind, we see young boy going through his trials and tribulations online. We see the troubles that Tekashi get into. Do you guys have those conversations? I feel like you're like a good example for a lot of your fans and maybe for rappers. Do you impart wisdom on them, or do y'all talk about these things?
We haven't spoke. I would never jump in anyone's business. So me and 6ix9ine we never spoke on allegations or anything. It's just only thing with him. It's so unfortunate. Anytime I want to do anything with him, I wanted to do a sit down with him yesterday. He showed up before me. He was outside. He was there. He said, "I'm here, brother. He's been there 30 minutes before. I'm ready when you are." I tell him who it is. No, can't do it. No, we're not filming him. No. What?
Who's stopping you?
Just different corporate people.
Right.
I did. What did I do? I did something. It's I don't know, but
one thing about you that I'll say is you do a really good job. You're a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but you do a really good job of again just controlling what's put out there, controlling what surrounds your name. I think you could be a really good example for, just up and comers, just your fans and everything. And I feel like you set out to do that. Like
some people don't want that, though. Some people don't want to be a good image. Some people don't want to look clean cut. Some people don't want to be a family looking guy or not even looking, but who's to say I look like a family guy? But
absolutely not.
Right. But some people don't want that clean. Some people want you to know they do drugs. They want you to know. I've robbed, I've killed, but that's to each his own, because, everyone has a lane, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't make it look corny neither, like you just being on your 1-2.
And I'm thankful for that because it can look corny,
right?
So it can look like this dude's a lame, he trying to be goody two shoes, but it worked out for me, and I think I get a lot of respect from it, I know I have from OGs,
right?
So. Yeah.
You definitely got a lot of respect for me. I ain't gonna lie. I've interviewed a bunch of artists, and I think when we had our first sit down together, man, that was one of my most fun.
Y'all made that look
interviews.
good, man. That was a fun interview, and y'all didn't make me look crazy. And
Because you wasn't crazy. There was nothing. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing to do to make you look crazy,
That was
man.
a real good interview. It really let the people see me for me.
And that was the point, man. It was like, I think people thought they knew about you. Your name came up in a lot of headlines. You were the topic of a lot of conversation, but nobody or very few took the time to actually sit down and have a conversation with you, which is important. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna talk about you, let's talk with you first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, but not to get too serious, man. Before we get out of here, man, I want to have a little fun. There's a couple of games I want to play with you.
I'm with you.
So this is called For the Record, man. We have this new game that we started. It's Record Break.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to ask you rapid fire questions. Every question is about a record and what it means to you. So all we need is the quick answer for Record Break. You ready? The hottest record on Lil Boat 2.
FWM. Well, the hottest, maybe Boom. Oh, well, 66.
These supposed to be quick answers, man.
66 is what's going crazy right now.
You and Should Be Red.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What's the first record you ever bought?
Crisscross. Well, with my own money, My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Okay. Crisscross was the first record I ever got.
What's your favorite record of all time?
Blonde, Frank Ocean.
Of all time. That just came out already.
I listen to it every day, all day.
Amazing.
But if you're talking about like as far as like a single,
nah, it's cool.
Okay,
a record could be an album, it could be a single, it's whatever it means to you.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's a record that you love that people wouldn't expect?
Fix You by like Coldplay.
Okay. What's a record that you play when you want to get into your feelings?
Maybe that Fire and Desire Drake. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Or that what's that song? I dedicate. Now I just turn on the whole Drake, man. You just turn on the whole. What album is that?
Was that Views?
Yep. You turn Views on, man, and go cry.
Very moody album.
About being alone.
Cry to Views. What's your favorite karaoke record?
Prototype by Outkast, Under the Thousand.
Awesome. Okay. And for this last one, you can't pick your record.
Okay.
But what's the hottest record that's out right now?
The hottest record that's out right now is probably, to me, if not 6ix9ine, Block Boy JB.
Look Alive or Rover? Look Alive is the one with him and Drake.
Yeah, either Look Alive. I think that record is crazy right now. Or God's Plan, Cheat Code.
It's super cheap. Drake is a cheat code. We gotta strike Drake. We can't be
we can't,
none of your records and none of Drake's records.
Yeah, we're not using Drake. That's not fair. That's not even fair.
Right. Let's do something else, man. You have a record called That's Cap.
Yep, That's Cap.
What's the biggest lie somebody ever told you?
Man, I had a best friend. My old best friend. He used to lie all the time, for no reason.
Like, what's a lie? What's an example of a lie that you told?
Like, one time we were going to buy guns, because buying guns is legal in Atlanta. And for no reason, he was like, yeah, because I had just bought my AK. And he, or AR, I had just bought my AR, not my AK. So I bought my AR. And he was like, yeah, I bought an AK and they got it there. I bought it already, they're holding it for me. And we get there and there's no AKs there. And he's like, I was like, what? He's like, I have one, they're shipping it. They had to paint my name on it. He got his name painted on it. And then we get there and he buys the AK. I'm like, I thought you said you bought it. And he's like, just lying for no reason. Then another time he was like, he showed me this design. He was like, yo, I got his chains made. Because everybody in Selling Team got a chain on. Everyone around me has a chain with an anchor. It says Selling Team, their name on the back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. I got like over 30 of them made. And he was like, yeah, I got us these chains made. Chains never came. Just lying, capping up for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's cap.
Weird.
So I want to play a game. I want to play a game with you real quick. We're going to call it That's Real
Okay.
or That's Cap. So I'm just going to throw a statement out at you,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to tell me whether that's real or that's cap.
Weird.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Cool. Check this out. After playing Division I ball at Alabama State, 2 Chainz was drafted into the NBA.
That's cap.
That's cap.
I forgot we went to the same school. I went to Alabama State.
You went to Alabama State too?
Yeah.
Not at the same time though.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying. I don't know. Benjamin Button, Benjamin Yachty.
That'd been crazy.
So that's cap, right?
Yeah, that's cap.
Chainz snapped on your album, by the way.
He did, man. He did. I was so happy. This is so relevant. I just want to tell the story. I got it. He came because I've been trying to get 2 Chainz on something. There's 2 people I was trying to get 2 Chainz on something. I was trying to get Future. I still haven't sat down with Future. I still need a Future verse. And so 2 Chainz, I was getting my hair braided in the studio. One night, the studio, sometimes the studio be crazy. Our studio be popping. Girls everywhere. All the rappers is up there. Dice going on. Everything. So one day, it was like, looked like a hood cookout. I was sitting there getting my hair braided, my hair half unbraided. Girls everywhere, dice everywhere, 2K on the screen, gambling. And 2 Chainz come in. And so he's working with Quavo. And we go to the strip club, come back. It's late. It's like 4, 5 in the morning. Quavo fall asleep. I was like, this is my time. I said, hey, 2 Chainz, got a song for you. And I played it, and then he did it right there. And I was like, yes. Because I've been did it. I did it a long time ago, and I've been trying to get 2 Chainz. I've been trying to get 2 Chainz for so long. Then he just walked in, and then Quavo fell asleep. I looked at Quavo. I said, hey, 2 Chainz. So, yeah, that's that. What were you talking about, though?
Let me find out you knocked Quavo out. Just so
I didn't, man.
You put something in that man's drink.
He was on some good weed, man. He was just knocked out.
All right. So we'll go back. So, yeah, Chainz did play at Alabama State, Division I ball. He was not drafted by the NBA. That's cap. You're absolutely right. That's real or that's cap. Gucci Mane was the first rapper with a Bart Simpson chain.
That's real.
That's definitely real.
Of course.
You were the second.
Of course. I did it because of him.
That was awesome. Okay, I got one for you, man. Let's find out how well you know your team, man. QC founder Coach K once managed Jay-Z.
So let me correct you. QC's founder is P.
P. No disrespect. My bad, P. You're right.
Okay.
Shout out to P.
So that's a fact for you.
We don't. Yeah, that's cap.
Say that again. Now, what you say?
My bad. Look, P, we don't want no problems, man.
Gotta give him the credit.
Yeah, definitely credit P. So, Coach K once managed Jay-Z.
No.
So that's cap.
Yeah, it's cap because I've been with Jay-Z and Coach. They know each other well, but Jay-Z, Coach managed Young Jeezy. You know, and Jeezy and Jay were good friends. So I remember him, he told me many stories. But nah, he never managed Jay-Z.
Okay.
Yeah, I know my game.
That's real or that's cap. We're going to see. YRN was Migos' first mixtape.
No, that first mixtape was no label.
Their first mixtape was no label?
Yeah. No, it might have been one mixtape before no label.
See, you should have just stopped that note. Go ahead.
I know it was because I know YRN's not their first mixtape because I remember in high school I first found out about Migos, bro, in like 11th grade. I remember their covers. I remember No Label 1 before No Label 2, which is the first album, but No Label 1, it was a blue cover and they all had short dreads. Offset had no hair. I remember the cover. And I remember it was one project before that, I think called Dumb Migos or some hood shit, but I know for a fact that's not their first tape.
So that's cap.
Yep. Did you know YRN was Young Rich Niggas originally? And then niggas is, of course, a bad word, so they changed to Young Rich Nation.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. YRN originally stood for Young Rich Niggas.
There we go. Last one, man. You have a song called Mason 97 that you did with Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you this. That's real or that's cap. In 9/7, Mace released his debut album, Harlem World.
Damn. I don't know. I'm gonna say. I gotta go listen to that album. I know that shit probably dumb. The only song I ever heard from him is the one, the big one, like.
More Money, More Problems.
Mm-mm.
With Total, Tell Me What You Want From Me.
The one that's on 2K.
Feel So Good.
The one that's on 2K.
He said, I don't need no Mace because of 2K, man.
No, that's not the only reason I know Mace, but that song, Feel So Good.
Feel So Good.
That's the only song I've ever heard. I gotta go listen to Harlem World. And I just cheated and checked. It was 96. Oh my God, I'm such a cheater.
Okay. So
I was
that's
gonna
cap.
say it's cap, but I was going to say true. I'm honest opinion. I was gonna say it's true, but it is cap. It was 96. I just checked on
Google
iTunes.
not your friend. It was definitely 97.
Was it? iTunes says 96.
Got him.
iTunes says, oh, it does say 97. I tried to look so quick. I tried to look so quick.
See, you was capping though. See, like
I didn't know.
You tried to look it up. Like
I didn't
looking
know.
up someone 2K.
I didn't know.
Was really cheating.
I didn't know.
You tried to cap me. So no, you did good, man. 4 out of 5, man.
And I was gonna say true. I'm about to go. It's all good. I'm about to go download the whole Harlem World.
Look, Mace, man. You got another sale, man. Lil Yachty, man. It's gonna happen.
Oh God, people say I look like Mace.
There's similarity. You know, I think Mace was a rapper, and I'll tell you something that a lot of people were upset with when he came into the game because he was a fun rapper when everybody wanted to be serious. And I think in a lot of ways, you're a fun artist when everybody wants you to be serious. And Mace is like, nah, I just want to be out here and do this and make money and be with girls and inspire people to smile. And I think you have a lot of them same qualities. So
that man's smooth.
Yeah.
Bad Boy was too far.
Until he's smooth until he does camera, and I ain't even gonna lie, man. He brought out the murder Mace. He called me. That was the day after Thanksgiving. He said, "Hey, this Mace," because he wanted to annotate on Genius.
Word.
I'm sorry to ruin your Thanksgiving, but I got this new record that I need your help with.
That's how he sounds.
That's exactly how he sounds. And it was a hard record. So, you know, and I feel like, again, like it's the same thing with you. I think you're a nice guy, but, you know, I'm sure it pushed to your limits. You
I ain't for the
will
bullshit.
rap and knock somebody's head off.
I ain't for the bullshit. But I don't. You never know. That could happen. But
You ever think about battling somebody?
It's weird, but I don't think I'll back down from it unless it's like a battle rapper. I never like go up with like Dave East or some shit. like that's if a nigga like shouts out to Dave East too, 100%. But if a nigga like Dave East like diss me, I'm gonna take a different route. Like, you know, like I'm a get real childish and start trolling. You know what I'm saying? That's when I just start using jokes and being funny, and then using the power of the internet and being a teenager against him because he's older, and I can just turn the whole teenage world against him.
You just gave Davies your whole battle.
I'm just saying, but I shouts out. I see Davies. I see Davies, and you know what I'm saying. It's all love. I would never see beef between me and Davies.
For example, yeah.
I'm just saying, if a nigga like him tried to hit me, like if Joey Badass said some shit about me, I would never say, Joey, let's have a rap off.
Right. I see you and Joey being really cool. You guys.
I met him one time. We took a picture. He was super cool. You know, I never had I want to have a conversation with Joey Badass simply off of the strength of I know he feels a certain way about rapping and state of it right now. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a bunch of his interviews. I've seen him speak out loud. And he has a opinion, a strong opinion on how the state of rap is. And I don't know if it's towards me because I met him and it wasn't no pressure. But I want to talk with him about it. You know? Not even camera wise. I just want to talk to him, you know, because I'm just curious, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Joey's also not one to hold his tongue, so I feel like if he felt something about you, he'd have said.
Maybe not even me in potential, but I'm still curious.
Right.
Because he's super smart.
Y'all should do that. Y'all definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm sure you got your connections. If you ever need help getting together next time you're in New York, man, I can help. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just put you in a room or whatever.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But Yachty, man, this is special for me, bro. Like, honestly,
this is good.
It's a lot of shows out there. It's a lot of media on your run. You're going to do a lot of stuff. To come here to Genius to do the very first episode of For the Record.
I feel good. It's a blessing. With us, I appreciate you for having me.
Nah, it's all good, my brother. Good luck, Lil Boat 2. Out now, man. Stream it. Use the hashtag Lil Boat 2. And then Lil Boat pop up when you use the hashtag on Twitter.
Lil me. Lil black me.
Yeah, man.
We made it.
All right, man. For the Record, man. First episode, we done. We out.
Lil Boat.